Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay. So today we're going to be doing like a Morphe 3502 review. Now I know what you guys are thinking. This palette came out like 2 years ago, Shay. Okay, let me tell you, we're in quarantine. This palette was for 2 for $30 I think it was like a couple weeks ago. It's not, the regular price is like ranges from like $25 to $30. I got it for $13 each, so I got myself one and my mom one. Let me tell you, I was so anxious and like concerned because I've actually always wanted this palette since it came out, but of course like we don't have a Morphe store here. I mean, I know they sold it at Ulta, but every time they had it, it was kind of sold out. So I finally got my hands on it and it's unreal. So if you guys want to know how to get this really bright, fiery look, keep watching. So as you guys can see already, I already have my brows done. That's the only thing I have done. I just wanted to jump into this Morphe 3502 palette. Let's go ahead and open it up. As you can see, it looks like this. It's a very nice palette. It has a ton of warm shades, and then it also has like the oranges and the reds. It also comes with the names that was like placed like this. But I was like looking at other reviews and a lot of people didn't like it because of the names that came like that. A lot of people wanted the names to be on the powder, but in my way, I feel like Morphe wanted the names to be set this way so that like I feel like later on you're going to be digging into the palette, so the names are not going to be visible. So I feel like that would be like their way of reasoning on why they did it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do a reddish kind of look into my eyes today because that's probably one of the main reasons on why I got this palette. I don't have reds. I have more so burgundies, but I didn't have a red, so this is the main reason why I got this palette. So to start, I'm going to start with my transition color. So I'm going to just start it all onto my lid. A lot of people just like to put color only onto their crease. I like to put mine on my full lid because I don't know, that's my way of doing it. I've always done it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the color, I'm going to do tan. I'm going to start with tan, and it's this nice color here. I'm going to put that on to my lid. So I went ahead and applied the tan all over my eyelid as my base and transition color. Now I'm going to take a smaller eye crease brush and I'm going to add in a darker color. I'm going to add, I think I want to add in the color Brick. As you guys can see, Brick is this really, it's right here. It's this really pretty like burnt orange color. So I'm going to go ahead and add that onto my crease with this little brush, just to darken it up some more. So far, I really like this palette. I'm very picky when it comes to palettes or just with makeup in general, so I'm giving you my honest opinion about this palette. You can, if you want to ask anyone, you can ask my boyfriend. He knows I'm not afraid of returning stuff that I did not like. I even returned like a lot of high-end beauty products like Huda Beauty and Teeth. And it's just simply because I don't know, I wasn't really like a fan of like a $60 palette I bought, so obviously I wasn't just gonna keep it. As you can see, I kind of have just like the warm shadows underneath. The reason why I wanted them to be warm is because I wanted more so the red to really like pop out. Like that's just going to be the star of the show. Today's going to be this red. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with the red today, but I think I'm going to do a cut crease. So we're going to go ahead and just start that. I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for my crease. And I have the shade in Light Sand. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, for me, everyone does it really different. Everyone has their own tricks. I've tried like just applying it on the bottom because you don't really need a lot for your crease from here, and then you're just gonna look up and you can kind of see it draws this line for you. And from there, I'm gonna take a flat brush here and I'm just gonna start to like use my brush as a stamp. I'm probably gonna have to grab a little bit more concealer though, as I can see it. You guys can see. Sorry, I'm kind of covering you guys. And you just kind of gotta blend it. I was gonna do like a half crease and just stop it halfway, but sometimes if you let it dry quickly, it's gonna kind of mess up if you try blending in another eyeshadow because it's gonna look cracky and rigid. So I'll just do a full crease. And then I'm just gonna go back with that transition color in the back and the base color, and I'm just gonna go back and I'm just gonna blend it to get it to fade. So now that I went ahead and kind of just blended the rest of the concealer in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take the color Fire, which is this red. This one right here. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna start putting that on my crease with a small brush just to be very precise. It's so bright, you guys can see it. I'm actually gonna go in with this eyeshadow C brush just to pick up a little bit more because that brush was kind of small. But that's a good brush to use just to start off with the crease, because if you kind of want to be a little bit more precise. As you can see, I almost didn't fill up the whole line where I started my crease, and the reason why is kind of wanted to leave like this dead space so I can go back and I can clean it up to really define the crease. As you can see, it's extremely, like Morphe's doing really good. This palette kind of reminds me of a Jaclyn Hill palette if you guys have any. It's extremely pigmented. And take that color I used for the transition shade, the brick. I'm gonna go and put brick towards the end of my crease. I'm gonna just start blending it. And these are very pigmented, so you gotta be very careful just with the colors. You don't wanna like grab too much on your brush. If you guys have like the Morphe 350 palette, this is definitely a level up. Like these colors are like so smooth and creamy. So now that I blended brick in, I'm actually gonna take a smaller angled brush and I'm gonna put that into negative space. I was telling you guys right here where you can kind of see the line of the rest of the concealer. I'm gonna add that there to really define that crease. So it kind of closed up the crease a little bit, but it wasn't as dark as I would like it to be. So I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit darker shade. I'm gonna go with the shade, I believe in the Zone, which is this brown right here above that black. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that right over my crease to define it just a little bit more. I just went in and just took a makeup wipe because I was kind of making a mess over here and did not notice. And I just went ahead and just cleaned the loose eyeshadow on the bottom of my eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do the other eye off camera. You can see the pigmentation is insane. This Morphe 3502 is like the mother of 350. I mean, it's insane. So now that I went ahead and I applied and did both eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes. Now, I was gonna do eyeliner, but then I thought about it. And like I said, I wanted the red to kind of be like the star of the show, so I didn't want to take any away from like the shadow. I know if I applied the liner, then that's also going to be something that stands out with my makeup, and I didn't want that to happen in this case, so I'm just going to do my lashes without liner. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my black duo glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply my lashes. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and I did my lashes. Also, I did some my foundation. I did concealer, a little bit of the nose contour, and I don't know if I want to even do my under eyes because this palette is extremely pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see it. Nuts. I don't even know if I want to. I was gonna do my under eyes with that red to really make it like. But as soon as I noticed, as soon as I applied like my concealer and everything just came to life. So I don't know. But for now, when I'm deciding, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some translucent powder. This one is actually from RCMA. And RCMA is like a really good translucent powder if you don't want to spend like a lot of money on a translucent powder. Okay, so I'm just sitting here, baking my face, feeling like I'm making the most hardest decision of my life, which is adding an under eye color. I don't know what to do. I've been sitting here for like 2 minutes with this powder on. I mean, I feel like, see, for me, I don't like to do like just, like for me, this is like a lot of like eye makeup because I'm so light. But I mean, I do like these looks. Like, I mean, if you want to go out and just want to stand out, then these are like the kind of looks to do. But just to try it, I think I'm gonna go back with that color, that beautiful, fiery color that's all over my lid. I'm going to put that under my eye. My little mini brush, where I still don't know where I got it from. It's just a mini brush. And it doesn't even have like a handle, like a true handle to it. Okay, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. Let's take it. I feel like it's just gonna make my eyes look even brighter, and I feel like the camera doesn't do justice. Like, this is so bright. Ay. Okay. Let me just tap it. I'm being so careful. Okay, so I went and applied on my under eyes. You guys made me do it. I'm just kidding, I talked myself into doing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara. I use the same one every time I record, or anytime I do my makeup. I only have this mascara. They're Real by Benefit Cosmetics. It's the little mini size. So let's just go ahead and apply that onto my lower lash. So I went ahead and just did my lower lashes, and then I just applied the lower eyeshadow under my lash line. Guys, it's so bright. I don't know how many times I said this, probably like a million times in this video, but went ahead and also dusted off that translucent powder. So now I'm gonna take just this bronzer powder and just apply it to my forehead. Just bring a little color to my face because your girl is very white complected. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I get carried away. And And then for my blush, I'm gonna be using this Profusion blush palette. I'm gonna start, it doesn't have names or nothing, but I'm just gonna start with this middle color, and I'm going to use it almost as a bronzer, and I'm just gonna apply it there. And then for my blush, I'm gonna apply this pink here. This blush isn't very expensive, but it's truly pigmented, so you have to be very careful. Okay, so we're almost done. For those who watch the whole video, I love you. Because I know I take a long time sometimes. I talk too much. For my nose highlight, I'm gonna use actually a Jaclyn Hill palette. You guys can see it. And I'm gonna actually use this white shadow, and I'm gonna put it down the center of my nose. I actually tried this yesterday, and I mean, it's actually nicer than a highlighter. It's so pigmented and it glides on so easily. You guys can see, look how bright it is. That's my nose highlight. I think I'm gonna do some for my cheeks. No, I'm gonna leave it. I don't wanna be too crazy, because this nose one is pretty bright. And then my eyes, yeah, I don't wanna do too much. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. If you guys have not yet liked or subscribed to my channel, please do so. I appreciate you guys all for watching. But like I said, this palette is great. It's highly pigmented. I know it's hard nowadays to find a palette or to find something that you like online, because you're not actually there to like swatch it or actually test it out. So I know it could be very difficult. But yes, I definitely recommend you guys buy this palette. It's truly, truly amazing. As you can see, it's just so pigmented, and it just kind of like brings the light to your face. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned in, because I will be posting more videos soon. So yeah.